Hello and welcome to Seesar Gear, and today we're going to talk about the Chernobylizer from Isn'tses, and I have lots of things to say about this fun little device. I want to start with the anecdote of I have been eyeballing this online for quite some time, and then realized that the people that made it were actually friends of mine. And then I immediately bought one. I wanted to support them. I guess I should say that they are not, they didn't give it to me for free. This is not anything other than a straight up review, but I will warn you too, it's going to be extremely positive, and I'm very, very pleased with the device. And I am super impressed with them and their ingenuity and their business sense. So, yeah, it's certainly a positive experience to be playing the Chernobylizer. It is kind of shaped like a like the power plant, which makes me smile as well. And I realize that's entirely intentional, but it's something fun to add. You have the device here is, you've got your controls, obviously. And my version, just so you know, I built this one. This is you can get it as a kit, or you can get it as a pre-built synth. My version, for whatever reason, I used these two little LEDs back here. They're supposed to give you power indication, and mine don't work, and I don't know what I did wrong. So this is it's a completely me. I don't know what happened there, but it has two outputs. I believe one is a dry output and one's a wet output. It's a little hard to tell, but they are quite different. This one is stronger, and this one has more grit. So I believe that it's valuable to have the two different outputs. Then you have a range of oscillators and their interaction here. Their fun names is the Liquidator. One of them is called the Mystic, the Berserk, the Bio Robot, and the Metallic with a K. So they're your sound sources, and then you have nine, am I correct? Yeah, 9 different touch pads that you obviously use with your fingers, but you can also use pieces of metal with them, and you get a range of different interactions between the sound sources. And then you have a power starve. So in the position that it's in now, towards the center is that's the way I built it. You have full power, so you get the sounds as they are generated. But if you switch the power starve switch, you get just that, things that lose power, and you eventually hear beeps and clicks, and things don't act like they're supposed to, and you get unintentional glissandos and downward descending pitches, and everything sounds like it's melting and dying, so that's pretty good. Yes, I said that's pretty good. All right, let's give this a little bit of a spin, and I want to talk about some different things that you can do to increase your performability with the instrument. One is that the touch pads work best if your fingers are a little moist, and I am a horrible beast, so I just like to lick my fingers. It's like circuit bending a toy, but you're circuit bending something that's intended to be circuit bent. And another thing you can do is change the pressure, and I know that's potentially obvious, but the idea being that as you flatten out your finger against the pads, you change the amount of contact that you have on the pad and between the pads, because you can bridge pads, and that's kind of the idea. So you end up with an array of performative elements, changes in sound, you can actually play the instrument. The instrument certainly doesn't play itself. Another thing then is the outputs. I think I've already said this, but just to reiterate, you want to use both of them. So I built this little mixer, and I am running the both lines through the mixer, and I like to weight the one that I'm going to consider the wet one, the one that's grittier, a little bit heavier than the cleaner one, but that's only because the volume to my ears is higher coming out of the cleaner one. So I make them a little more balanced, but you can do anything you want, and you can fade them in and out, and you can pan them in different directions, or you can swap them, you can crossfade them, anything like that. And then another thought that I had was, the employment of the power starve works not only with the sound sources, but it also works with how you interact with the pads. So be aware that things that you do with the pads will be different with the power starve on than things that you do with the power starve off. All right, let's make some noises, because noises are good. Beepy beepy. There you have it. That is the Chernobylizer. It's compact. It was easy to build. It runs on a 9-volt center negative, so you can plug it straight into your guitar pedal power supply. You have choices of outputs. You have lots of performativity. It is definitely not something that you touch and button and walk away. You have to maintain some level of contact in order to get sound changes, and it has very sensitive pots, which is fine. And they're slight changes will give you extreme sound alteration, but that's good. It looks good. Mine, I have little feet on the bottom to keep it up off the table. The feet came with it. You can also mount it. There are mount holes. Also, the mount holes, you can actually touch some of the stuff inside, like it is, like your circuit bending. Also, another thing I thought of, which I haven't done in this one, is just get a sponge. Get a sponge, get it wet, and you can keep your fingers moist without having to lick it. And which sounds kind of foul somehow, and that's why I like it. The Chernobylizer, everybody, it's a great instrument. I definitely enjoy it. I highly recommend it. It wasn't very expensive either. I think it was around, in terms of US dollars, maybe 185 or 200. It wasn't that expensive. It was certainly affordable and very fun and easy to build. It has decent instructions, so you don't want to get too confused. The instructions are different from many other kits. I will say that. You will need to pay attention to the board. You'll need to pay attention to your values and so forth and so on. But it is clear. I didn't have any problem with it. It's certainly well instructed build if you want to make your own. But you can also get it pre-built. Lisa and Tim make these for you, I believe, and send you an entire created device ready to rock. So that's it for this one, everybody. Thank you for watching, and please let me know if you have one, whether or not you're going to, whether or not you have some other tips or tricks that you want to add, or some corrections or anything like that. I am definitely not an expert. Or if you don't have one, if you think you're going to get one, tell me about that kind of thing as well. And let's have a discussion about the tasty Chernobylizer. See you in the next one.